To be honest, I was quite surprised. Like, I expect someone like MattDoesFitness, which I'm going to use as like a reference in this video, because I feel like he's got a really good physique. He also got his testosterone done, and he was on the far opposite end to where I was. Today, people, what we're about to do is beat a personal fear of mine, which is getting any sort of medical test done. So basically, a company called Let's Get Checked reached out to me and said that they wouldn't mind providing me with a free hormone test to test my testosterone. And that is something I've always wanted as well, because I've never actually done a testosterone test. But in general, me personally, I'm always have like an anxiety about getting any sort of blood work or any sort of doctor test in that regard, because you're always worried about what's going to come back. But this was like an extra push because they reached out to me. Alright people, so how it works is you go on the website, I'll have the link in the description box, first line, and you select whichever test you want. They have a whole bunch. I'm doing the testosterone test, but there's many other tests you can do. So once you've chosen, if you use TJ20, that'll give you 20% off. And just be sure to use the link that I'll put in the description box. Once it comes, it'll come in a very plain packaging. So don't think that on the package it's going to say testosterone test. It's a blank packaging. So I know for some of you watching this that care about genetics and all that stuff, it's going to be interesting. I've seen people get their testosterone tested in all sorts, right? And not just for like reasons of saying if they're natty or not, just in regards to like knowing about your body, because it's really important to know. The problem is that obviously my internal fear of going to a doctor, getting results, it makes you kind of weary. Whereas because you're just posting it off and you log into a website, it's going to make it a little bit more of a smoother process, because it's not like I have to go into an office, see someone's face and be panicking. I think from when they actually receive it, it's 2 to 5 days. You can log into the website and then obviously you see your results. Also, I switched into this because I thought, you know what, let's make it look more fitnessy, innit? You got to bring it down. Look at the chest gains. So I'm reading this thing. It says that the best hand and finger to use is your non-dominant hand, and use the fourth one. Alright people, we are all bloodied up. We actually did feel it. It looks like it's a lot. I would say that was about maybe 10 droplets, and that fills it up. The main thing I can say to you guys is, if you do go ahead with doing this, before you send off your kit, be sure to actually activate it. So if you go on the website, Let's Get Checked, you have to fill in the information so they know what to track. Each one of these like blood tests has this like a unique ID, and basically you have to go onto the website, your account, and write your ID on it, so you basically can link the two together. Otherwise, it's not going to know whose test it is when you send it back. So remember that. Alright people, it's been around 5 days and I've got my results because they texted me, and I'm just going to log on right now and actually look at my actual results. Okay, logged in, welcome to your dashboard. It has kind of my overall. So as you can see, we've got some of the details here. And here we've got my results. It's 27 nanomoles per litre. As you can see, it's within the normal range, which to be honest, I was quite surprised. Like, I expected still to probably be in the normal range, but I thought it was going to be near the lower end. Knowing that I'm in the higher end is just somewhat surprising, because I don't feel like I'm someone that naturally builds crazy amounts of muscle quick, which would have been obviously a side effect of having higher levels of testosterone. For example, someone like MattDoesFitness, which I'm going to use as like a reference in this video, because I feel like he's got a really good physique. And I looked at his version of this because he also did use Let's Get Checked and got his testosterone done. And he was on the far low end, which is the opposite end to where I was.
I took a blood test through a company called Let's Get Checked because I thought it would be cool to find out my current levels of testosterone. So the level of testosterone in my body has been measured in nanomoles per litre. You can see there the normal range is about 7.6 to 31.4, and I'm coming in at 11.5. Now, that puts me in the normal range. To be honest, I expected myself to be, at the very least, at the higher end of normal, maybe even like above average.
And mine was obviously 27. So it just made it kind of interesting, as I feel like he has the propensity to build more muscle than me and naturally stay leaner. They do say that even though you're within the normal range, according to studies, as long as you're within that normal range, your ability to build muscle isn't going to be that drastic. It's when you like double, triple and damn near 10 times fold increase your testosterone using substances where your propensity to build muscle is just like much greater. But they do say that when you're within that normal range, if you're on the higher end, you usually can carry less body fat easier than someone on the lower end. But in this situation, it's the total opposite. Like Matt's on the lower end, easier for him to stay leaner year round with like a really good physique. Whereas me, I'm on the other end, I carry fat a lot easier and I have to like really try and push it to keep it down. And even when I'm doing that, I still don't look as lean as someone like Matt. So this isn't to technically compare yourself to someone else and say, oh, you need to try and do what they're doing or get to their levels. It's more just an interesting fact I find interesting personally. But yeah, let me just reiterate, we're both within the normal range, but obviously there's a scale, if you know what I'm saying. He was on the lower end of that scale, I was on the higher end. So it's just very, very interesting to me. And one thing it does do, it kind of shatters my beliefs that I just assumed I would be on the lower end, which kind of made me make somewhat excuses like, oh, but if I'm on the lower end, you know, sometimes it's much harder to build muscle and stay lean. It is what it is. It's just genetics. Knowing that I'm technically on the higher end, it's not as low as I thought it would be. It's just interesting. Maybe that's gonna like shatter some of the excuses that I kind of hold within myself and just try and push my physique further. Another thing to factor in as well is that a person's testosterone level does actually fluctuate like within a day, let alone day to day, which is why they purposely tell you to take it when your testosterone is meant to be at its highest, which is in the morning, which is when I took it. I did my test at 8:30 a.m. But it'd be interesting the fact that it can fluctuate day to day as well, depending on other factors such as potentially sleep, what you ate the day before. There's various kind of things that accumulate in a week that can affect your testosterone. So for that reason, I definitely would want to do it again. Just like the more times you do a test, the more you can get like an average out of the number and know that, okay, this is definitely the range I'm in. So I definitely want to do it again, maybe in say like a month or so's time, and then like, obviously just keep a log of it and just kind of see. But anyways, people, thanks for watching this video. If you want to get yours done, obviously the link's down below in the description box. But yeah, man, it's definitely a food for thought, man, because I never would have thought that someone like me, if you look at the physiques of me and MattDoesFitness, that I would have more testosterone than him. But regardless, we're still in the normal range, so I guess it's not something to really kind of hone in on too much, but I still found it super, super interesting. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay game.